Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, welcome back to the Good Days Only podcast, episode number 10. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Bringing you good coffee, good vibes, and good music. The honest caffeine breakdowns and reviews, hitting you with some good news. Some stories, that I come up on my timeline, or things I've looked up because they interest me, or just things that have happened. Things that have happened to me or others that I know. Good vibes all around. You feel? And rounding off with the Good Days Only podcast playlist. So stay tuned. Without further ado, let's get into the caffeine breakdown. And today for the caffeine breakdown, here's the 4 categories. Number 1, the coffee name, roaster. All right. Number 2, the roast type. 3, the brew style and the coffee grind type. Appearance and packaging is going to be number 4. All right. And we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. If you notice by the crack of the can earlier, moving away from the local, the premier roasters, and going to be doing something a little bit different. This is going to be a great episode for all of my listeners out there that enjoy their coffee not so warm, right? What are we talking about? The coffee name and the roaster here. We've got the Kirkland Signature Cold Brew Coffee. 100% Colombian. That's what I'm talking about. Coming from Costco. And so, yes, this you can enjoy chilled. You can enjoy with some ice. You just toss it in the fridge and take a sip. Let me get a little sip. And that's a good cold brew. Let's dive into a little bit of I did some research on the Kirkland Signature brand. This is the house brand for Costco. Since 1995, Costco has used Kirkland products to attract shoppers, building a reputation for high quality and low prices. They have things, Kirkland Signatures, like, they got milk, toilet paper, clothing, pretty much everything. I never realized, how much Kirkland Signature covers, but all I knew really was like the alcohol, like the Kirkland Signature vodka and tequila, like coffee, snacks. But I mean, they even got like motor oil and like baby clothes, baby stuff. So they have a bunch of stuff, the Kirkland Signature brand, and about a quarter of Costco's 118.7 billion, that's with a B, in annual sales came from the Kirkland Signature products. And that was back in 2017. So I'm guessing that number has only increased since, I guess the appeal is the same quality, high quality for a cheaper price with the Kirkland Signature. I think we've all heard the story, or maybe not. Maybe I've just heard the story about how Kirkland Signature products are like manufactured in the same warehouses as the other like name brand things. Like I've heard that the Kirkland Signature tequila is made in the same warehouse as like Patron. I don't know, if that's true, but either way, we appreciate the cheaper price and still pretty good quality. I mean, everything that I've come across as Kirkland Signature has been good quality. Yeah. I don't know if I believe those stories, but this cold brew, I've been very pleased every single time that I've tried it. So for this cold brew, they get my blessing. The roast type here, not actually sure for this. I couldn't find any information anywhere online. Like I looked through forums like Reddit. A lot of people were actually hating on the cold brew in those forums, but I don't know. I couldn't agree with their points. That's all right. They got the opinions, but I couldn't find anything for the roast type. So, minus some points on that because we don't have any information for that. But let me tell you some of the nutrition facts here, since for lack of the roast type. Nutrition facts on the can right here, also on the box. 1 serving per container, 11 fluid ounces, all right, 325 mils, 15 calories, okay, 0 total fat, 0 cholesterol, 5 milligrams of sodium, 2 grams of carbohydrates, 0 sugars, 0 fiber, 0 protein. It's just coffee, dude. It's just coffee. But check this out. Potassium, 220 milligrams. And we got some calcium in there too. All right. Shoot. What are the ingredients? We got cold brew coffee, water, and coffee extract. Product of Colombia. Roasted and packaged in the US of A. So it was roasted in the USA, but we don't know what the roast type was. But check this out. The caffeine content. Let me hit you with some caffeine in the morning. 225 milligrams per can. That's equivalent to about 2.3 cups of coffee. So, dang, this packs a pretty good punch. It'll get you going. It'll get you going for sure. It comes in a pack of 12. But I'll get into that a little bit more on the appearance and packaging. Dude, that caffeine content gives me, though, 225 milligrams per can. That's a lot of caffeine. Let me get a little sip of that. Shoot. And I like the 100% Colombian. We know where the beans come from, at least. That's good. So let's move to the brew style. Obviously, we got a cold brew. The flavors on this, I couldn't find any tasting notes. All right, so there were no real tasting notes other than those the forums. But what I can think of it when I taste this is very smooth. A little bit of sweetness on the very tip of the tongue. But I feel like this took me back into, like, if you took a bite into one of those abuelita chocolates, if you know what I'm talking about. For those of you that do not know what I'm talking about, the abuelita chocolate is a Mexican chocolate thing. It's like a circle, and it's just like a puck of chocolate mix, and you can mix it with like boiling milk, or like put some milk on the stove, and you throw one of these little slivers of that abuelita chocolate mix in there, and then it melts in there, and that gives you some good ass hot chocolate. It comes in like a yellow tube thing with a picture of the old abuelita on there, but that's what this Kirkland cold brew reminds me of. That cocoa kind of taste from that resemblance to that chocolate. And that, I don't know, it like takes me back to that, tasting that chocolate as a kid. I don't know. So maybe I'm a little bit biased on this cold brew. But the aftertaste, just like a little bit of a coffee aftertaste. Have yourself a mint around on hand, or have yourself some chicle for after. But overall, the flavor is just smooth, a little bit of cocoa in there, and tastes delicious overall. Very pleasant. I like it. Let's move into the appearance and packaging, and this is what sold me initially. It's a silver bullet can. The picture on the front here of the Jaguar, and it's look at those beautiful blue eyes, like teal eyes, and it's got just like kind of the outline of the face of like a jaguar. And I like jaguars. Jaguars are cool. Animals are cool. Big cats are especially cool. They're scary. You gotta respect them. just saw a video of like a lion being attacked by, so it was a lioness that was being attacked by hyenas. It was like, no shit, like 30 hyenas versus this one lioness, and she was getting beat up, and I was getting sad because I like lions, and I was like, dude, no, don't do her like that. And then all of a sudden, like 7 or 8 other lionesses come out of nowhere, out of the other side of the screen, and I don't know, whoever was recording this like kept their cool, and I don't know if I would have been able to do the same, because you just hear all the snarls, and the lions were going after these hyenas, and they were all yippy, and it was kind of I don't like the sound of hyenas, but that was a cool video. How'd I get on that? Big cats. Yes, big cats. I didn't know jaguars are jaguars in Colombia. I don't know, but I just know that they get up to like 250 pounds, and they eat anacondas. But yeah, it comes in this pack of 12, and you can see on the box the jaguar looking at you with those big blue eyes, as well the night vision, I'm imagining. And it says total volume here 3.9 liters for the 12 cans. That's 1 gallon of cold brew. Woo! Imagine slamming all 12 of these. I'm already feeling caffeinated, so I don't know if slamming all 12 of these would do me any good. Maybe that's a new challenge, the Kirkland Cold Brew Challenge. I don't know. No, just kidding. You should probably not try that ever. That would not be good for your heart. Let me get a little sip. Overall, hey, the Kirkland signature price, sold. Making things more affordable, I get it. Thank you. We appreciate that. Don't know the roast here. A little bit annoyed by that. But we do, however, know where the beans came from. So that's good. We got the Colombian beans. All right. The flavors, quite enjoy it personally. It takes me back to being a kid and trying to sneak bites of the abuelita chocolate. The nutritional value, dude, we got some calcium and some potassium in there. Shoot, it's got a great shelf life. So, it's already canned. So you can just pop the can. You could take it on the go. You don't have to put it in a mug. You could keep it on the counter or wherever you have space to store it. Just toss one in the fridge before you want one, or the night before you're about to go out up and early. Crack one. So that's really awesome. Overall, I'm gonna give this a 8.5 out of 10. All right, we're still at a solid B there. All right, 85%. -1, Kirkland signature. No real background for this. It feels a little sketch. I don't really know. I don't really think that they, I'm not sure if they have our best interest at heart. They might just be, trying to make it a money. But I like the cold brew here. -0.5. No roast type. We don't know what kind of roast this is. I'm guessing probably a dark roast, medium to dark roast. Not really sure. I don't know. But with that rounds off the caffeine portions. Let's move on to some good news. Yeah. Winner chicken dinner. Winner of the second ever GDO caffeine giveaway. Thank you to everybody that participated. And the drawing closed yesterday. Today's Sunday morning. So yesterday, Saturday at 6 p.m. my time here in the Pacific Northwest. But shout out to the winner. Drum roll, please. At Rose Clay Shop. And that is at ROSECLAYSHOPPE on the Instagram, on the IG. they choose a bag of the Tough as Nails blend from Middle Fork Roasters that we reviewed a while back, and that is a great choice. I'm excited for you to try that. That's going to be an amazing cup of joe in the morning. But wait, there's more. Many of you know because you saw the post, but they will also be receiving a Krups coffee and spice grinder. Oh yeah, to grind up your precious little beans to whatever your grind type might be for the brew style that you'll be doing for this coffee. But wait, there's more. If you or someone you know is in need of some handcrafted, trendy polymer clay earrings, hey, very affordable. I mean, I, having pierced ears myself, understand how pricey earrings can be. But check out at Rose Clay Shop. That's ROSECLAYSHOPPE for some of those trendy polymer clay earrings. All right, handcrafted. That's right. Put a lot of love into each earring. Okay, a lot of special attention. So you're getting a grade A quality product, and I can vouch for these myself. She's been working hard. All right. Rose, shout out. Thank you for participating, and I hope you enjoy that coffee. All right. Check it out. Rose Clay Shop. That's ROSECLAYSHOPPE. And let's move on to the next topic here, because this is a hot topic as of late, especially some vaccine talk. All right, I'm not going to get into the nitty gritties of how the vaccine works and everything. There are people that are much smarter than I that, have written articles, done interviews. So do not take my word for, the vaccine stuff here. But some good news that we got across the USA. The Pfizer vaccine has been approved and has been distributed already in the US. A lot of people that I know have gotten this vaccine already. And your boy is hopefully on the list coming up here soon. They have to be held in certain storage containers or a certain type of freezer. That's the only caveat to this vaccine and why it can't be distributed like as widely as the other vaccine, the Moderna vaccine, will be able to be held, because it'll be able to be held at just normal freezing temperatures. So the need for the storage of the vaccine, the Pfizer vaccine, is one of the drawbacks to this one. So that's why not the entire public, not everybody has been able, granted access to that. It's been very limited to, healthcare workers, first line responders, as well as that elderly demographic that you might have heard of. But, once this Moderna vaccine starts rolling out, sounds like a lot more people will have access and will be able to distribute that a lot easier. So that Moderna vaccine actually just passed this last Friday, or maybe Thursday. I believe it was Friday. But we found out that the FDA has approved the Moderna vaccine as well. So we're going to be able to, everybody get vaccinated. Dude, I'm going to get one in each arm. Give me all the vaccines. Just kidding. I don't think they would let me do one in each arm. But it is, I'm hopeful, This is the turn here. Again, way smarter people than me have done way more research, and there are articles on this stuff. But it's great news that the first wave of the vaccinations have taken place across the U.S., over the last week and a half, with that Pfizer vaccine and the Moderna vaccine going to be starting to roll out, I'm imagining, this week. So it's so freaking awesome. For those of you that might not understand but want to understand the whole vaccine and how it works, there is an awesome Instagram account by the name of King Gutter Baby, KINGGUTTER, baby, BABY, on Instagram. And she is a infectious disease researcher and has all of these awesome reels and videos, as well as like has done interviews on the vaccine and just COVID in general, because she's an infectious disease researcher. And she has a way of just being super relatable, and she can some of her videos are awesome because they're very like, she can dumb it down so that a dummy like me can understand what she's talking about, and it's pretty entertaining stuff as well. So check that account out on Instagram for some more information about like COVID in general, but these vaccines, if you're interested. She's got some pretty great analogies. But I also understand there are a lot of people out there that have some apprehension, a little bit of worry behind getting the vaccine. I watch TV too. I keep thinking of I Am Legend and how that movie starts out. I'm pretty sure it was something about a vaccine, or it might have been, I think they found like the cure to cancer and they started like injecting everybody, and then those people turn into zombies. Dude, if we all turn into zombies, hey, we turn into zombies. I mean, I feel like if everybody turned into zombies, then we'd be kind of in the situation that we're in now, and we would just adapt, we would evolve. It'll be all right. And also, I mean, if you're going to have the argument that the government is forcing you to getting this vaccine and then like you're going to be tracked, bro, then throw your cell phone and all of your electronics in the nearest body of water, because you are getting tracked all the time. We just accept it because you can scroll through your favorite apps or play games on your phone, so it's cool. I'm just gonna forget that I'm being tracked that way. And if they're implanting a chip in you, dude, it's cool. We're like taking that evolution. We are in the future. It's the future. We're the future. We're if we get vaccinated and you got this chip in you, imagine being able to, like, if I could just click something. I'm blind, right? So if I could just like not have to wear glasses, like if I could get an implanted chip where I could like click it and my vision is just like perfect in the morning, dude, I would hands down do that. Or like, zoom in vision. That'd be sweet if we could like figure that out. Give me some sort of surgery to give me some superhuman vision. That'd be awesome. What I'm saying is, yes, I'm gonna get this vaccine, and we're gonna be good. We're gonna be kosher, dude. It's gonna be awesome. But not sure when that'll be. Hopefully soon. But okay, next order of business here. Again, with the space talk. All right, sorry, buckle up, because we're talking about Virgin Galactic. If you guys have not heard of this, I heard of this recently, but I looked through their website. It's a really, really cool website, so check that out. It's virgingalactic.com. We are the world's first commercial space line and vertical integrated aerospace company. Woo! That sounds awesome in and of itself. With our sister company, the Spaceship Company, we are developing and operating a new generation of space vehicles to open space for everyone. Dog. What? Again, I'm telling you, I just found this out recently listening to an astronaut, Terry Virts, I believe his name, talking about it on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, actually. And after looking into it, dude, this is so cool. They have, again, their website is very interactive and it's like very futuristic as well. You can learn a bunch of cool shit about the rocket engines that they're developing and working on, and all the different, like the crafts that they're taking out into outer space. Oh, sorry about that. Very loud ding there. In time, we expect to be operating a variety of vehicles from multiple locations to cater for the demands of the growing space user community, whether that be transporting passengers to Earth-orbiting hotels and science labs, or providing a world-shrinking transcontinental service. Yo, at Virgin Galactic, we will always be striving to open space to change the world for good. dude, this just sounds so dope. If they can figure it out, it would definitely change the world as we know it. Like, imagine just being able to take a spaceship, just a rocket, just get into a rocket and go into like orbit, and there's hotels. Bro, what? This reminds me of that show Altered Carbon, kind of. I don't know if there's actually like orbiting hotels, but kind of futuristic in that sense. But this would be so dope. Now, here's a drawback. The cost, initially at least, it looks like you got to throw down just $1,000. All right, easy, right? Yeah, you could throw down $1,000 to register and hold your spot. You know, the registration payment. After that, though, is gonna be at least a cool 250 G's once the tickets are actually out, and the final pricing has yet to be determined. So it's gonna be at least 250,000 to try and fly into outer space. So that's a little bit out of my price range. I'll have to, think it over maybe. But that'd be awesome if you got that. If you got that dough, if you got that cheddar. Expect to pay at least $250,000 though. The good news here, is some awesome, gotta be a little bit crazy people that are pushing for this, that are kind of pushing those boundaries and willing to explore that. I think it would be something that for humanity as a whole would be awesome to be able to just look at the world from, if you ever just look at the pictures from like the space station or just outer space, like that telescopes take of the Earth, man, it's so beautiful. I feel like that's the ultimate sunset and sunrise. But let me get a little sip here. Kirkland signature, you did it again, you cold brew coffee. Some more good news. Hey, we got the holidays are here. Christmas, New Year's coming up. Of course, a little bit different this year. But I hope you all have a wonderful time, celebrate safely, and we all come out on the other end. It's going to be 2021 soon, the end of 2020. It's just, God, it's just been such a shitty year for a lot of people. I personally, I don't have as much room as others to complain. Been fortunate to continue through work, still employed, and been able to keep the roof over my head over the past quarantine time, since the pandemic hit. But there are many others out there that are not as fortunate. I don't know. It's just been a really tough year for a lot of people. But we're almost to the end there, and I realize it's not going to be like a light switch, once 2021 hits, once that ball drops. It's not going to be January 1st and it all goes away. But we got a vaccine that's out now for this COVID, the virus. And, I feel like this is really a turn, and hopefully for the better. Hopefully we don't turn into zombies again. But thank you to all those that have been working their asses off, dude, to get this vaccine off the ground and like done so quickly. And so, we were able to distribute these efficiently over the coming weeks and months, starting with those most vulnerable populations, and roll that out for everybody. And again, it's a choice, it's not like it's being forced on you. So I respect that too. If you're choosing not to get the vaccine for whatever reason it might be, it's your choice. All right, I'm not gonna hate on it, but I would hope that you would, and just take care of yourself. Whoa, dude, just remembered something crazy that happened last week while driving. Good news, kind of good news. Okay, I don't know, I'm just gonna tell you guys a story. But last week, driving along on the streets of the beautiful Emerald City, freaking front row seat of a man versus car, dude. What I'm saying is, saw somebody get hit by a car. What the hell, dude? That was the first time I thought I was gonna have to go and actually perform CPR. I was like, oh my god, I was ready to get out of the car. Okay, so here's the story. We're stopping at like at a red light. Red light stopped. Car is on the left hand side, like the cross street, coming towards where I'm, on the red light. You imagining that? Can you see in your mind's eye what's happening here? All right. So I'm at the stoplight. There's a car on the cross street coming from the left side, and they're going to turn right onto my street where I'm, at that red light. The pedestrian is walking across the crosswalk, dude. Takes a couple steps off of the curb, just going about their day. And this car is just not stopping. I was looking at the car and I was like, oh shit, they don't see this person. It might have been a little bit rainy, but still, I feel like when you're turning and you see that cross light is on for the pedestrian, you gotta at least like do a little bit of a double take. You slow down a little bit more than usual and you look around. But this car did not do that, dog. Whoo, it was scary. The good news, the person did get hit. Like they went onto the hood of the car a little bit. Didn't like roll over the car, but I don't know if I should have called the police. Was this a hit and run? I don't know. I mean, the person just kind of got up and shrugged it off. Like they didn't hit the ground and he just kept walking. So, I mean, it was like, he was like, well, okay, I'm chilling, whatever. Just like, watch your driving next time. So the good news is they got up and they just walked away and they were fine, it seems like. Maybe they were late to work. I don't know. But the person didn't even get out of the car to say sorry or nothing. They were just kind of like, whoa, okay, well, see ya. So I don't know if that's like a hit and run, dude. But I don't know. Makes me thankful for, not getting run over by a car ever. It's a fear. It's a fear, especially out there biking on these streets, dog. Cars are a lot bigger than you, and you don't realize it until you're sitting on the hood. Damn. Whew, that guy. Think about him. Hope he's all right. But let's get into the GDO playlist. That cold brew coffee. I feel caffeinated. Sorry, I feel like I've gotten on a lot of tangents today. But it is this cold brew coffee. It's got me feeling some type of way. 100% Colombian. All right, drum roll for the GDO playlist, please. You have seen the face, heard the name. Another music icon, a legend from the city of Toronto, Canada. Another Canadian singer, songwriter, producer. That's right. It's The Weeknd. Woo! Birth name, Abel McConan Tesfaye. Tesfaye or Tesfaye? Tesfaye. I think it's Tesfaye. Known initially by most, probably, as the guy with the hair. I remember the first time that I ever saw The Weeknd, I was like, what the hell's up with his hair? But, hey, also got an amazing voice. A voice that some songs he actually sounds really similar to the king of pop, Michael Jackson. Interesting, right? It's a little bit spooky how similar he sounds sometimes. Like the cover of Dirty Diana, which is a classic, of course. I feel like he just tapped into another level, and he kind of took it there. He hit those high notes, It's a hard song to replicate, I feel like, and he did a magnificent job. He's got a pretty lengthy discography. His beginnings back in about 2010, when he released some music on YouTube completely on his own, just anonymously, which is pretty badass. Just like that. He's just like, all right, here you go, world. Fucking here I am. Now listen to me and love me. A year later, came out with 3 mixtapes titled House of Balloons, Thursday, and Echoes of Silence. And those albums featuring songs like High for This, The Morning, The Zone, featuring Drake. Some of the more popular ones that you might have heard out there, or maybe not. If you're not a Weeknd fan, this is a great opportunity, okay? But a lot of other songs that came out of those 3 mixtapes, there were like 30 songs in that trilogy. and those were later remastered. So you might find subtle differences in some of the songs if you listen to the old and the newer version. I think I like when artists do that. Like there's like a Sublime song that happens with I think it's What I Got. Lovin' is what I got. That song was remade, and the original version sounds a little bit different than the remade version, but you like certain things from both versions, so it's pretty cool. You kind of get like a double whammy, you know, with the same song if you like the song. But anyways, fast forward to 2020, here we are, and this strapping young lad has obtained many awards, accolades, in his career this far. Many Billboard hits, collaborations with notable artists like Daft Punk, Kendrick Lamar, and some of his albums like Starboy and My Dear Melancholy receiving high praise and awards for those. His most recent album, After Hours, has a long list of bangers, all right? I love this album. Play it on repeat. I can listen to this album on repeat all the time. But without going on too much of a rant here, just compiled some of my favorite hits over the years and put that into the GDO playlist. So check that out. Check out the links in the description and have yourself a listen. If you've not explored too much of his music, here's your chance again. Or maybe you're already a fan of The Weeknd and, take a listen and maybe rediscover a song that you forgot about or haven't heard in a couple years. Or you don't gotta listen. That's all right. No biggie. Either way, listen or not, it's there for you. You can always circle back to it. But, so hey, thanks again for tuning in. And episode 10, let's keep the good times rolling. Hope everybody's staying safe out there. Happy holidays. And see you next year. Oh, yes. Peace.